lads and lassies, welcome back to the workshop here at Outlaw Guitars with me, Rob, and welcome to the Great Guitar Build Off 2022. Right guys, there we have it. After a couple of coats, we are looking pretty damn good. So that is where we are just now. That is the finish on it. So that's the current state of play just now, and it feels good. Now what we're still to do, still the nut to finish, tuners to put on, frets to polish, wiring to do, bridge to put in, back plate to finish making up. We've got the vertical stripes in now, all we need to do is the horizontals, and then take it down to thickness, and that's the back plate done. What I'll also do is I'll polish it up once it's all finished, well before the bridge and all that goes on to it, polish it up, put some wax on it and that, and then that'll be it. Yeah, that's where we are just now. And as I said, came out good, feels lovely, but that'll feel a lot better once there's some wax on it and that. I'll buff it up properly, but I just thought I'd show you where we were at the moment. What I'll have to do again is tape off the fretboard, and that's how I want to wait till I get the frets and that polished before I put on the wax and that in and buff it up, because like, once the frets are polished and the tape comes off, I can put wax on the fretboard and all that as well, and get it all buffed up as well. Jobs are good. I've just got to leave that for a wee while now. There's no point in doing anything else at the moment. Then I'll get this made up, get a cavity cover template made out, and then once we get this done to thickness, we'll route it out. I don't know about a truss rod access cover, because I think it looks alright like that. I even put the hard wax in there and everything as well to get a finish. I think it looks alright. I'll probably make a cover and see what it's like, because if I make a cover, I'll do it in walnut so it sits on top of that, and there's no a contrast. It's actually just walnut sitting on top of walnut, and I'll make veneers in it so it's exactly like that, and it's just a slate cover. And even if I don't use the cover, well, I've made it up anyway. And I can always put in on the cover after the competition, or a forum finish. Well, I don't know yet. I don't know what I'm talking about. Anyway, I'm leaving the guitar like this just now. I'm going to go in and make the cavity cover and get it sanded down, get it down to thickness, get it sanded down, get it up to 600, get the oil put on it. Jobs are good in. I think I'll use magnets. Not sure yet. Might just use the screws. Still waiting for the bridge coming, and I think it'll be string through. See, I've got a hardtail and I've got a string through. I've ordered the ferrules and that as well. But it doesn't really matter with the finish being on it, you know, because you can still drill the holes, just watch what you're fucking doing and everything will be fine. You can always touch up a wee bit, just if there's a wee bit showing. Or even before you put the ferrules in, just put a wee bit of the finish back on it again. Nobody will ever know that it was done after it. That's where we are just now. The guitar has built the wooden guitar and all that, apart from the cavity cover. Job's done. And that's where we are just now. So I can leave that. This is the 30th of August. So I can leave that for a few days. Finish this. Get it done. And like I said, I should, depending on what else I'm doing, I should be finished doing this in the first week of September. And then that gives me like 3 weeks to get everything all edited. I can still put up 15-minute videos and let you see the longer version, but it gives me time to edit all the videos. So like in season 1, when I was building the body, I'll edit that down to 15 minutes as a super edit. Same with the neck and the rest of it, this part. Then I'll do the finishing and the wiring and putting it all together as a kind of like third and final part. Will probably not take 15 minutes. And then that's as you go for 45 minutes, but I've got to do it in 3 segments, which is fine because I asked, and that'll be okay. And that's a great guitar build off over and by with for 2022. And then I can actually go on and get other things done. I've Lucifer's Look to finish, but that's on finish and wiring. I just need to get a couple of calm days, get the last of the finish put on it, then wet sand that down and wire it up basically, and that's that done. And then I've got welding in the van. I want my van back in the road because I haven't had my van back in the road. And then I've got my Sierra to have the sills and all that to cut out for it to get sorted. And I've got loads of wood to cut for the winter time. Once this is finished, I've got a lot of work ahead of me. And then when I've finished Lucifer's Look, I'll probably start on another build. Because remember, when I designed this guitar, I done 3 drawings. So I've got 2 drawings there that I can do. Or I can do something else, something different. Who knows? No point in filming this because you've seen me making the body. It's the exact same process. I'll film polishing the frets and that because like, why not? It's just more or less the final stage, and then it all goes to polish, buff it all up. Don't know where I'm in the edit, but usual shite, like, share, subscribe, all that pick. The reason I brought you out today was, you know how I wasn't going to film making the cavity cover? Well, 2 fuck ups later, I better bring yous with me just in case there's any more fuck ups. That way it gets recorded. Now, what happened with this one to start with is I'd made it, and as you know, it was really thick. Fixed it onto a board, put it through the thickness planer, just taking very small bits off at a time, just to bring it down before I put it into the thickness sander. And I think at one point, one of the oak bits or something like that has just caught the blade, didn't want to go anywhere, and it's pulled everything back and snapped it, and then it just kind of get mangled. What I done was, I made some more up to add on to the bit that was broken. So I cut off that, down to the veneer, sanded it back, put the veneer back on and built a couple of bits onto it. It was alright, but the lines didn't quite match up in that, because I hadn't made it in one piece, you know. So, binned. Now, I have made up more. I'm getting plenty of practice at making up this tartan stuff, so one day I might be good at it. Right, I've put the veneer on the back and I've made up some new stuff. So all I need to do now is, I made it like what I made the body, right, with the oak and the veneers. But what I'm thinking is, the headstock plate hasn't got the oak in between it. If I make the back plate the same as I made the neck, with just veneers, that'll tie the neck and the body together as well. At the same time, I'm thinking make it with the oak strap, put it into the cavity and match it up, because I can make it like that, or I'll put a bit of veneer round about it as well at the edges, just so it's set off. That was the thinking in that. Looks alright, but I just made this bit just a wee bit too short. The rest of it fits quite fine, quite tight, and the veneer looks fine on it. Once I bring the guitar out I might show you. That looks fine. Again now, because there's a wee extra bit up here, it's got to be precise. You've got to do it precise, because if you don't do it precise, then it ends up slightly off. Get a better bit. If you don't do it precisely, I'd rather get it bang on, but because it didn't come from the same block, because you're making it up, there's slight variations. So if you get, there shouldn't be, but there is, so if you get one to line up with the other ones are slightly off, can you see that? So I'll match that one, then that one's slightly off, and that one's off a bit more. And I'm using the table saw, excuse me, I'm using the table saw to cut it so you've still got your 3mm, because I made that mistake on the first bit. I done it in the bandsaw and then I went, why is that not fitting? I thought you've got to do it in the table saw. So I done it in the table saw and I made it up the exact same way. So I made the body, the top, and it doesn't quite fit. So I'm thinking, because I was making the body off certain bits, then these bits aren't sanded to the exact same dimensions as the body was in the top. They're roughly the same dimensions, but they weren't sanded down to the exact same. So I think that's why it's slightly off. That could be a reason, or I'm just not good enough to make it again. I'll admit it. It's hard to get it done that way, and I don't suppose it would matter a wee bit if it was off, because it's a cavity control cover. It doesn't really matter. I'm still thinking of putting the veneer around it anyway, so it's highlighted. It's not camouflaged into the body, but it's highlighted. That's where your cavity control cover is. Although the neck hasn't got any oak in it, because I wanted to shrink the squares slightly, because it's a headstock. Still looked alright, but I wanted to shrink the squares a wee bit so there was more pattern in it. And I'm thinking of doing that with this so that it ties in to the headstock. And then I'll probably still put veneer round about the edges, again to highlight the cavity control cover. So that's my thinking just now, and I better make up my mind very soon, because I need to get this made. I need to get it sanded up the grits so it's smooth, then get the finish on it. That's how the woodworking more or less in the guitar finished. I think because it'll tie in the headstock, I think I'm just going to put veneers on it. Because it's a bigger surface, I might double up on the veneers. So it'll be like 2 white, 2 blue, 2 white, 2 blue, 2 white, 2 blue. And I don't need to shrink that down as much, but it's not as important as what the headstock is. And this is on the back. Nobody's going to see it. Decisions. I think I'm going to do the veneers on it, just the veneers. But then to double up, because that would be just over 3mm of a spacing if you double up the veneers. 3mm is about the curve of the table saw blade. Or did I just put single white, blue, then white? Because you've seen the headstock, you know it looks perfectly fine. And I still think it would look perfectly fine on the back of the guitar, because it's just a cavity control cover. What would you have done? By the time you've seen this, I'll have done it. I'll have made up my mind, just done it. But what would you have done if you were me? Okay, I'm going to go away, make up my mind. Well, I'm not going to go away, but I'm going to make up my mind. And then we're going to get it done. And if there's any fuck ups or anything like that, at least you'll be here to see it this time. Okay, I'll see you in a bit.